Hey everybody and welcome to TalkChain, the podcast where we get into all things crypto. Today we're going to talk about WaltonChain continuing to disappoint everybody from across the goddamn globe. We're also going to talk about the potential, but not really, Binance hack that happened, what led to pretty much this disaster of a day that has led to the total market cap coming in at 400 billion, which makes me very sad, but it seems like it's nothing to worry about, so this is kind of overblown. My name is Matt, and Rob's here with me too.
Hi, everybody.
And so like I said, disaster. Everything's red. Everything at a certain point was double digits for a while, but we seem to have recovered to some extent. I don't know, Rob, did you panic sell?
No, thankfully I have been trained by the last 6 weeks or so in this market, so really selling is just not an option. I don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah, part of me just thinks I should close everything and not look up any news for a month and just see where I'm at, but that might be
Uh,
cause more harm than not.
Especially for this channel, because you wouldn't know what you're talking about.
True. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. So one coin in particular that is doing very poorly is WaltonChain, and they are down 25% on the day. Yeah, so let me just say, Rob, I really enjoyed your video. I watched it earlier today. I'm sorry I couldn't partake, but I'm caught up on all the drama, and I can't believe that we're still talking about WaltonChain because they are a company that seems like they can't get any of their shit together. And these seem like very simple things, announcing things properly, announcing partnerships properly, tweeting vague things. This doesn't seem like it's very difficult, yet this company seems to just be obfuscating everything.
Well, and this is where the video from yesterday, for those of you who haven't checked it out, you definitely should. We'll post a link at the end of this video. This is where it's becoming like kind of painful. It's either these guys are total retards or they are, or this is a, I don't want to call it a scam, but just it's on purpose. Things are happening on purpose.
Right.
Like the price goes from like 22.50 down to 17.50 up to 26 to 28 and now is down to 18
Yeah.
and change. And anyone who knows that this information or that these series of steps are going to be happening can make it, again, a significant amount of money on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really getting to the point where it's like, all right, guys, this is pretty questionable. Why are you announcing an Alibaba subsidiary partnership and then immediately deleting the tweet and posting this weird tweet that not a lot of people can really understand, and we're not really sure what they're talking about.
So I'm gonna read the tweet in the most insulting way possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so was it, man, stuff moves so quick in this industry, but so yesterday they announced this Alibaba partnership, spiked up the price, then they deleted the tweet, and then here's what they said. Due to the current uncertainty of blockchain policies, which by the way, like they can have their own policies. They don't have to say blockchain policies in general. So they say, our team's decided that in the future we will announce major partnerships depending on the situation so as not to affect the real implementation of blockchain technology. So if you can get any information from this, I would love to know what it means because this doesn't mean anything to me. They're going to
No.
announce partnerships depending on the situation. And
Yeah, so I don't think it means anything to anybody. Um, I know that they are based out of Korea, South Korea,
okay,
and so it makes it kind of strange when really I guess there's some issues going on with like the SEC with their tweets that have been going on lately with their tokens being considered securities. Like maybe
mm-hmm.
that's what they're talking about. Maybe somebody at Alibaba freaked out and said they're not supposed to be announcing this sort of stuff. But
it,
they never clarified the situation. Um, a lot of the replies on that tweet have been about how vague the
mm-hmm.
tweet was, and they haven't mentioned anything else on it.
Yeah, so So there's a few things going on in my head with this. One, it could be a translation problem. That's entirely possible. Two, they they're obfuscating for some reason, and the clown that's in charge of the WaltonChain Twitter needs to be fired immediately. Or like, maybe they should change the password so only like 2 people have it and they're part of a marketing team. I think that would be a big step in the right direction. But going back and forth on all this stuff is super detrimental to the confidence that people have in this company.
I think that's what's happened now is people are deciding to get out of their investment with the Walton token, and that's what you're seeing with the price drop. It's going to be interesting to see if this sort of stuff continues. Like, do they have other stuff up their sleeve to like cause it to continue to go up? No one really knows. When I made the video yesterday, I didn't expect it to be this drastic. Like, turns out that this could be not a done deal, or the announcement could have been fake entirely, and kind of erased it from their entire history.
Yeah. So we're left hanging, not knowing if there is an actual partnership, and it seems like nothing. This tweet doesn't change how they're going to behave in the future. They just sort of wanted to make some excuse on why they deleted the prior tweet, but I don't know what. So tell the people what your plan is on your holdings.
My plan for my Walton holdings is really just to wait and see if it bounces back. I'm sure there'll be some sort of a rebound, hopefully to the $20 mark. And once it hits that, I'll probably get out of my position, possibly into Neo or Ethereum due to the Ethereum conference that's happening in like 12 hours or so.
Oh, all right. I didn't even know that. But so I sold this morning. I saw this tweet and this behavior, and I'm over it. I think I made a little bit of money off this, but I just don't trust the company. I don't trust what they're going to do, how they're going to manipulate the price of the coin. The technology might be great, but until there's new sort of management and they've proven themselves to be effective in their communication, I'm out. So, WaltonChain, you lost a customer, bro. You're done.
You've lost a customer.
Everybody tread carefully in this industry, especially with companies that are foreign. Not to be anti-foreigner, but if you're dealing in a country that has very low regulation, way lower than in a first world country, you should expect even less from them. So I'm going to follow my own advice and start being more careful with the types of companies I put my money into. So with that, let's talk about a company that does have my trust, and that is Binance. So today everything was red because this morning there was some sort of rumors going around that Binance was potentially hacked, and it wasn't really true. And I blame I don't know what to blame. I want to blame social media, though, for just how quickly rumors can spread before the truth actually gets a hold. So,
well, it's been a rough month or so for exchanges. So with a number of hacks that are happening, so it's understandable that people kind of quickly react. It's understandable, but it's incorrect for them to do it versus actually looking into what the actual issue is. But I think anyone who checked their Binance account and didn't notice any problems should not have done anything too drastic.
Yeah, and I've CZ. Do you know what that stands for?
No.
Me neither. Okay, so
I'm sure if we did, we couldn't pronounce it.
True. The CEO of Binance is very active on Twitter, and he's had a history of being very upfront with any issues they've had, any technical upgrades that they're doing, or why things would be down. So he very quickly this morning said that they're investigating issues with their funds, and withdrawals are going to be temporarily disabled, and it had to do with the API keys that people used for trading or something. So he didn't go into detail on what about the API keys, but apparently it had to do with that. So
Now,
um,
Matt, for those of our viewers who don't know, why don't you go ahead and explain what an API key is?
so you can use an API key to pull data from your account on an exchange and use it in some way. So you're able to change or to determine the permissions for that API key. And I've used it personally to populate the holdings that I have from my Binance account to an app that I have on my phone that'll tell me what my holdings are in that account. So you can also use them for trading if you give them the right permissions. And these keys are generated by the exchange. So you tell the exchange to generate this key for your account, and that key links to your Binance account. So if you misplace this key, you're giving your private data to somebody. So
So is that what happened? Is it that somebody or a number of people's API keys were hacked and then they had access to the Binance accounts?
yeah, so that's seemingly what happened. I don't know how they got the API keys, if it was some sort of app that wasn't protecting them. So I'm not entirely sure at that point, and they haven't really revealed too much info. But if you have an API key, you gotta keep it careful.
Yeah, and the one thing that did go up today was Viacoin, who which was the coin that was purchased with all of the stolen coins. Yeah, so it
Nice.
did make quite a bit of a pump over the last 24 hours or so.
Okay.
Apparently somebody bought all of them on Binance.
Hmm.
So,
Well, so
and then I assume they immediately exit scammed at that point.
yeah, so CZ actually responded to this pretty recently. Oh no. So I guess 10 a.m. But anyway, he said that oh no, this is the wrong one. Okay,
He said that the irregular trades have been identified and will be reversed.
yeah,
He also warned users to learn how to secure their accounts against future phishing attacks.
right. So if the funds are all going to be reversed, then the hackers didn't really get away with anything.
No, and that's one of the good things about having such a respectable company be involved with this is that they can make these trades back.
Mm,
Hopefully, nobody ends up losing anything at the end of the day.
yeah.
But I guess we'll wait and see. I'm sure there's going to be a couple bad stories coming out of it, but I
Yeah.
feel like I would trust CZ myself.
Yeah. And yeah, he says that the hackers lost coins during this attempt. So there you go. Ooh, hang on. They're doing a giveaway here, Rob. I better send some ether to this guy, because it seems like I might get something.
Was that CZ himself?
Yeah, it looks like him anyway.
Looks like I think you should. I think you should send probably up to 5 ETH, and I think you'll probably get 50 back. That sounds like a great plan.
Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. Well, why would he do anything wrong like that?
He's a good guy.
Yeah. Great
So,
guy.
other than that, guys, tumultuous day in the markets, but just keep holding. I haven't sold anything on this dip except for the goddamn Walton coin, because it's terrible. And just do your own research. Make sure you know what you're investing in. But with that, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys very much for watching and listening. Please subscribe and like us on YouTube, or follow us at TalkChainPod on Twitter. Pretty active there. Also, we post to Reddit semi-frequently in Steam. And
Yeah. Don't forget to share Facebook, Reddit, anywhere else. Tell a friend. Tell a family member.
yeah, get that family in. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
And with that, guys, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time.
Take care.